fallen star is an omen of someone in need.
Priorities, my Sahida? The answer is no.
We have greater concerns. Let someone else see to your fallen star.
Hello, everyone. Hero down here. We're on a Necromancer today, and we're doing Zerith-var's quest. You might notice in the later parts of this series that we're using our main character, her Patriotic Kitty, but I messed up and I did not save the recording for doing this quest in the first one. But that's fine, because this character actually gets some special dialogue because they're a Necromancer. So, we're going to do Zerith-var's quest today. I catch a
We
Venti.
are strangers, yes? And strangers shall we remain. May Azura guide you on your journey.
Oh, you don't like me at all, do you?
This one has no business with you as far as he can see. Move along, lest you draw the attention of the Torval Curiata.
Okay.
Greetings, Wanderer. I am Krinzi, a Twilight Cantor, a singer in service to Azura. Did you happen to see the falling star? A sure sign from the mother of all Khajiit that someone is in great need.
I
am
didn't
certain of it.
see a falling star.
It blazed with blue soul fire, burning the sky as it fell toward Moonlit. The signs could not be more clear. I wanted to investigate, but High Cantor Viti forbade me.
Oh, if somebody's in need of help, why won't they let you look into it?
The tall Inquisitor here has need of the Twilight Cantors. Viti and I have been conscripted into service, and that service is elsewhere, apparently. But you could investigate. Surely Azura will reward your curiosity.
Elsewhere or elsewhere? Northern or southern? Oh, okay. I guess I'll, alright. Well, I guess I'll investigate this star that fell in Moonlit.
Thank you, Walker. Watch for the spirit of a little cat. Azura often sends such messengers when the need is great. And do be careful.
Elfique?
Rumor has it that Moonmont is overrun with Dromathra.
Huh?
May Azura keep the dark from ensnaring your spirit.
You really think I'll encounter a spirit of a cat, huh?
Oh, I do indeed. I caught a glimpse of such a spirit to the south. But when I requested permission to investigate, Cantor Vidi refused to grant it. We Cantors have many, many songs describing such events. Another sign that someone needs help.
Could this cat be some sort of trick?
With those large, friendly eyes and the cutest little whiskers? No. Dark spirits like Dromathra take a different shape, and have for thousands of years. This is no trick of Namira. Find the spirit, and determine what must be done.
Tell me more about Dromathra, huh?
When Khajiit in strife hear the drums of the bent dance, it means the void of Namira seeks to ensnare their souls. Twilight Cantors like myself can exorcise that darkness. But if we do not get there in time, or fail, the Khajiit become Dromathra.
And the Drabent dance is what?
The beating of the dark heart of Lorkaj. If one listens for the whispers of Namira, the Lady of Decay, the drums of the bent dance are sure to follow. To speak too much of these evil things only serves to invite them in. Be wary.
What should I do if I encounter Dromathra in Moonlit?
Defend yourself. When you defeat Dromathra, they retreat to the void, Namira's plane of darkness. If you had a Twilight Cantor with you, we could banish their spirits permanently. But as much as I would like to accompany you, I am forbidden.
Can you tell me about the others with you?
High Cantor Viti and Inquisitor Sabinar. Certainly. You could talk to them yourself, but they have little patience for strangers.
Tell me about High Cantor Viti.
Oh, I am still getting used to such a formal title for her. I am her Sahida, her protege. In Viti, Azura's love and devotion takes a much more rigid form than other Twilight Cantors you may have met. But I value her guidance all the same.
I know Ahida Ha of the Twilight Cantors. Is she involved?
You were at the Temple of Seven Riddles?
Yep.
Bright moons! We still sing odes to you and the others who took up arms. Our chief crier is on holy sabbatical, by Azura's blessing. Viti endeavors to serve as a sort of leader in her stead.
Tell me about Inquisitor Sabanar.
I tried to get on his good side, Walker. I really did. He does not seem to have one. He is an Inquisitor of the Torval Curiata, the militant arm of those who uphold the Zerith-var epiphany. As far as I can tell, he is very good at his job.
Zerith-var epiphany?
A tenet of faith that reveres the moon spirits Joan and Jode. We Cantors instead are permitted to serve and follow Azura. Our songs are too valuable for us to be excluded from the faith.
Have you been working with the Inquisitor long?
Too long, it feels like. The Inquisitors only recently pressed us into service. They have need of our songs, or would hardly bother with us otherwise. Our worship of Azura does not fit in their neat little box of what constitutes proper faith.
Then why help them at all?
Refusals who require our songs.
Yes.
Kes Cardesi, it is unthinkable. Yes, they force us into these uniforms and bestow our elders with fancy, high-ranking titles, and they keep us from wandering where we like. Still, they need our help.
I got to Binti again.
I am still getting
Give me
used
more
to
with the
such a formal
Cantors.
title. Outsiders sometimes think of us as acolytes of Azura. Our devotion to her allows us to exorcise dark spirits through the art of song. When not on a mission, we wander where we like. Or we used to.
Oh, this asshole again. Gaming console, like sending invites again.
You agreed to satisfy
Damn
Crinzy's
it.
curiosity about this fallen star. This one would sing you a song of gratitude, but I must save my voice for other matters. Be on your way then, with Azura's blessings.
All right. If you're all right with me doing it, why won't you let Crinzy investigate the fallen star?
We have orders from the Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata. Our mission involves something dire and immediate. We need the voice of every Cantor we can get. As soon as the rest of our cohort arrives, we must go. But Azura provides and sent us you.
This one has no business with you as far as he can see. Move along, lest you draw the attention of the Torval Curiata.
And that is?
We defend the epiphanies of the Zerith-var from the ever-present threats of heresy. The Inquisitors serve as weapons of faith. Of late, we collaborate with the Twilight Cantors, who test our faith as much as they serve it.
And what do you mean?
It could prove a fortuitous partnership, should these Daedra-worshipping singers overcome their impudence and lack of discipline. The High Cantor here serves as an example for all to follow. In the Zerith-var's name.
What's so important that you need the help of the Twilight Cantors then?
As always, we are steadfast in contending with threats to the Khajiiti people. The specifics of our mission are not for wanderers to inquire. This one suggests you be on your way.
I mean, I am Khajiiti, so give me some answers, you know. Nope, no answers. Cat. Pet cat. Pet the ghost cat. Leading me right into danger, huh? Is that all? I guess so. Oh, you just woke up?
Hello? This wall.
So?
My head. Azura, forgive my cursing in a holy place. Is this a holy place?
Probably.
Where am I? And Who are you?
Hey, doing? I'm Murphy. We're near Moonlit in Reaper's March.
A strange name to follow an even stranger dream.
Really?
I circled the feet of Azura, longing to be held aloft. She scooped me up and cast me down. I fell and fell. And now I'm here. In this... Is this a tomb? How did you get in here?
Twilight Cantor sent me in search of a fallen star near Moonlit. And a spirit cat led me here.
Your words confuse me, Jal. A fallen star suggests someone is in great need. And a spirit cat. Azura's claws stir the sand indeed. Let us start over. I am Zerith-var, Hadalit of the Hidden Moon. I am... Wait. Where is my Moonclaw?
What's a Moonclaw?
A sacred tool of my order. A gift from Azura herself. I am bonded to it. I think I feel it nearby, but I am weak. For our safety, I cannot be parted from it. Please, help me find it, and anything else that might explain how I ended up here.
Oh, I'll look around Moonclaw. I'll look around for the Moonclaw and see what else I can find.
Please, the Moonclaw. It is a... What is the word? Armlet? Metal hoop for your wrist, with a stone like moonlight. I would search with you, but I feel very weak. I am not yet ready to get to my feet.
I'll ask some questions first.
You are as inquisitive as a young scholar. Sand collects between my ears and blunts the finer points of memory. Might your questions wait until you return? I am certain I will have questions for you as well.
All right, I'll look for your Moonclaw. Crescent blade. Crescent blade, so worn and aged that it seems on the verge of crumbling to dust. In this consecrated hall lies Zerith-var, raised by nomads, bane of shadows, savior of lost souls, beloved brother of our order. Here he lies, the death undying, untouched by Namira. His body does not decay. Now in death, as in life, he guides the souls to find the crossing. With him fell the threat of Raksha, for which we are forever grateful. May his soul find at last find peace. Exquisite armlet with moonstone. In shadow, the gauntlet shape constructed extending from what seems to be pure moonlight. Oh. Here you go.
You found it. I thank you, Jarl. Like the moons above, my strength returns to me in phases. Ah, there. It fits like it once did, though its magic seems to have waned. Did you find anything else?
Yeah, I found this crescent blade and the stone tablet. Read it.
Very well. That blade seems long neglected. But this tablet, Zerith-var, this tomb is mine. Memory of my apparent death is slow to return. Pray, tell me, Jal, what year is it?
It is 582 of the Second Era.
Second Era?
Yep.
That cannot be right. Listen, I am Zerith-var, necromancer of the Order of the Hidden Moon. I know nothing of eras. In my time, we only had years. This tablet says I died fighting a Rajaska.
Yep.
Do you know what this stone means?
Well, I never heard of the Order of Hidden Moon. Well, we have, actually. We defeated one of its people. But you're a necromancer?
Perhaps not the sort of necromancer you expect.
Oh.
I vanquish dark spirits through Azura's power of redemption. You said we are in Moonmont. Come with me to Ralka. Azura willing, the shrine of my order remains hidden there. You will see.
There's a question for you, Zerith-var.
And I have many questions for you, but my mind and memories are still hazy. I will answer as best I can.
Tablet said you died fighting a Rajashka. Did you really die?
I went alone to face the Rajashka Jar, leader of the Pride.
Hey, Lana.
I knew I would not survive. And now, I awaken in a tomb.
Yep, you died.
The tablet speaks of my body's preservation. A curious phenomenon. The means or purpose of my survival remain a mystery.
And what exactly is a Rajashka? Why does it sound like a dance?
The dark remnants of moon singers vulnerable to the bent dance.
Oh, there's a dance
were
involved.
A powerful kind of Dromathra, possessed Khajiit, bent to the will of Namira. Worse, the Rajashka resisted redemption, the sacred work of my order.
And you died fighting the Rajashka, huh? You remember what exactly happened?
The memory returns, though I do not wish to recount it just yet. I did not expect to survive. It seems my efforts were not in vain. If you have not heard of a Rajashka, then the tablet speaks true. It is a blessing that they prowl Nirni no longer.
You mentioned the bent dance, huh?
The beating of the dark heart of Lorkaj. A haunting and discordant song. Hearing it creates cracks in the soul, and once the void seeps in, it fills its vessel, turning the poor Khajiit into a mindless puppet of the void. A Dromathra.
So you're really a necromancer, huh?
Spirits of fallen Khajiit follow many paths to Azura's crossing. Those with darkness in their hearts can better find their way through the path of redemption. When I use necromancy, I invite forth their spirits and show them the way.
Well, you know, I'm something of a necromancer myself.
You commune with the dead as well?
Yep.
You are brave to admit it. I confess, it is a relief to meet someone who will not be disturbed by my calling. But tell me, how do you use these spirits you call forth? Do you summon them by force?
I call forth the dead to do my bidding, but it doesn't matter if they're willing or not. No, we're not going to go with that. We're going to be a pal. Hey, I extend a call to the spirits to animate the dead. I don't use force.
Then we are not so different in our methods. That is good to hear. All can benefit from such practice. Spirits wish to walk Nirni again and redeem themselves for misdeeds committed in life. We can give them a chance to do that.
Can I ask you about the Order of the Hidden Moon?
I admire your curiosity, Jarl. Most consider it bad luck to speak of the work of my necromantic order. Our path ventures through the dark, yes, but we do not enslave the dead. Through Azura, we open doors to redemption in service to the living.
So, can you tell me... So you only worship Azura, huh?
We are Azura's most faithful. I follow her calling. I devote my life to her message of love and redemption. But my duty is not in conflict with the other spirits known and worshipped across the 16 kingdoms.
And your duty is what exactly?
When Khajiit die, love and forgiveness set their souls upon a path toward blissful light. But sometimes guilt and misdeeds cloud that path. Azura commands those lost in the dark must not be left to suffer forever. It was my duty to retrieve them.
And how did you do that? How you doing, Lonnie?
Necromancy.
I am checking chat. I'm
Adepts
just
of the hidden
listening to the
moon
dialogue.
call to the void and invite a willing soul back to inhabit a physical form. These dead followed us into battle, fought, and fell alongside us. In service and sacrifice, they see their souls purified.
And where does your order reside then?
The temple of the hidden moon lies deep in the ashen scar in northern elsewhere, carved into the long shadows of a desert canyon. But we have shrines hidden in other places too, such as the one we head to now. You will see.
Some questions. Can you tell me more about Imunka then?
It is a most holy totem. Azura's grasp laid over my own. With her strength and my faith, it allows me to invite forth the souls of Khajiit who need guidance to the afterlife. It also allows me to create doors to cross Nirni with great speed.
So you can use it to open portals?
At its full power, certainly. Now, I must be careful. The magic has leaked from it during the years I was interred. I apologize, Jal. This all still feels like a bad dream. I am left to wonder why I am here. Perhaps we can find out. Together.
Together. Alright. Alright, let's get going there.
I will meet you in Ralka, then. Perhaps everything will make more sense once I step out to see the sun.
Or it'll be... Or you're like those glowing blue eyes will be like, ah, can't see anything.
I know it fell around here somewhere.
Huh.
Bright moons, Walker. Who was that?
Well, that's who you sent me to go find.
Walker, that's Khajiit. Was that the person in need?
Sorta? Yeah. I followed a spirit cat, we went in the tomb. That dead guy rose up from the grave, and, yeah. What are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be with your friends.
I could not ignore Azura's sign any longer, so I slipped away when the High Cantor and the Inquisitor were otherwise engaged.
Oh shit, you're in trouble.
What was this Zerith-var doing inside an ancient tomb? Did he follow the spirit cat as well?
He awoke inside the tomb. He's been there for a long time, it seems. Seems it's his tomb.
Well, he certainly did not appear to be a corpse, at least as far as I could tell. Maybe he fell and hit his head or something. Though that doesn't explain the glowing eyes. Where did this Zerith-var go?
He wanted me to beat him in Rokwa.
Sis, I need to get back. I am beholden to the Torval Curiata, and they are mobilizing for some sort of attack. I will try to find you in Rolka if I can slip away again. Good luck, Walker, and stay safe.
I'd never stay safe here. So you managed to slip away?
Cantor Viti was kind enough to distract him for me with bracing talk of righteousness and heresy. Plus, I have always been good at slipping through the shadows. But I cannot linger. My voice is needed wherever the Inquisitor takes us next.
Seems annoying, but hey. Have a good night, Vesperia. Also, how you doing, Lana? I apologize. That was a long dialogue tree. I was trying to listen to it all.
This is all that remains.
By the way, spoilers.
Of Ralka. What happened to my city?
This one warns you, Jik. Screaming nonsense in Rokal will get you caged. Control yourself, or the guard will.
I recognize the bones, but the rest, Alfarshna. My ancestors did not defy the stripe and death, just to let this holy ground be stamped down to simple tents and stalls. I must be very far from my own time, if this is what Ralka is reduced to.
So the city was different in your time?
If only you could have seen it. I barely recognize what remains. Back in that tomb, I confess I thought you were the senseless one. Now I see the truth. I must have sounded mad going on like that. But you came after me anyway. Thank you.
Set the shrine to your orders here, huh?
I did. In my time, the Order was respected, revered for what we could accomplish. But we were also feared, and so our sanctuaries were hidden. Perhaps well enough to survive to the present age.
Where can you find the sanctuaries?
Just ahead lies the Temple of Two Moons Dance. The entrance for my cloister should be around the back. Let us hope something remains of it.
All right, let's go find the
May
entrance.
Azura's guide. Look to the southeast side of the temple's base. An entrance to the Hidden Moon Sanctuary should be there. To think, even the Temple of Two Moons Dance could be left in such disrepair. My fur falls out just looking at it.
What was that with the city guard?
I made such great haste to get here that I arrived quite parched. I asked one of those traders for a drink of water, and asked how much farther it was to Ralkar. When I was told that I had already arrived, I did not react well.
That drew the guard's attention?
I may have shouted a bit, spilled some water, knocked over a display while trying to keep myself upright. It does not matter. I suppose being dressed in these rags does me no favors. But finding my cloister, that is what matters now.
Yep. Okay. Some questions, though.
And I have many questions for you, but my mind and memories are still hazy. I will answer as best I can.
So you're really a necromancer? I think we already asked that.
Spirits
I am
of
too.
all- You commune with the dead as well?
They do my bidding.
You
Let's see what they say about that.
A simple perspective to have, so long as your soul is not the one being pressed into service, eh? If we see combat together, I will demonstrate how you can invite forth spirits that wish to be used so. There is no need for force. You will see.
Actually surprised. He's like, he's not like condemning us. He's more like, okay, you know what? I'm going to show you the right way to do this.
The door should be around the back of the temple, on the southeast side. Or perhaps the years have turned it into a sugar stall. We will see. The entrance is here. See how it opens? It recognizes me as a member of the Order. No longer a sanctuary. Now, a tomb. I had hoped, with Ralkar still standing. But no. The Order of the Hidden Moon is no more. How little is left of the world I knew. My clan is gone. Our bones and sanctuaries left to crumble to dust. I do not understand. Why was I sent here? I would rather have gone to the sands behind the stars than be sent back to see this.
Well, there has to be a reason, right? Remember? Fallen Star? Cats? All that stuff?
If my Moonclaw had power, I could invite forth the spirits of those I knew in life. But what comfort or answers could the dead give me? I tread the domain of the living once again. I must do as I did in life to find guidance.
What do you mean?
If Azura sent me back, I do not think it was simply to make me suffer. She must wish me to perform some kind of service. I will consecrate the remains here, and then beseech her for guidance. Will you assist me?
What do you need me to do?
That prayer book. Consult it for what I might say. The sand between my ears persists. I need to be reminded of what I once knew in my heart. All these bones belong to Khajiit I never knew. Through them, I will bid my clan, my family, farewell.
I'll examine the prayer book then. Bebish Torsha, may all who serve the darkness be guided to the light of dawn. Behold the most common rite of the right put to the page. And even the most lowly Hajit may learn these words and motions. All rites must be with moon sugar water. Offer it to Azura to show her you're grateful for what she's already been given, for you beseech her for more. Rites of the Jakram Dana, to tend the bones of the fallen. In death, we shed our bodies, as in life we shed our fur. But that does not mean those things we were not once a part of or who we were. The bones we were once home to our souls. Darkness we carry in our life clouds the passage to the crossing. Those among the living may illuminate our way with the word of the spoken of the true faith. Invoke this rite with the following words to suited your needs. Mother of Twilight, I beseech you to guide these souls that once moved these bones to find your crossing on dawn's clarity. Rite of Jaz Kuzalo, to walk the memories of the past. For souls in the danger of falling to the bent dance, if one can intervene swiftly enough, this may imbue the strength enough to drive back the encroaching darkness. But use caution. Reliving the past may be a source of torment for some. This is why it's important to have a Bephidic surrounding the memory holder. Invoking this rite with moonsugar cast into the ritual brazier, kneel before the altar, and instruct your subject to inhale deeply. The fumes of the moonsugar will bind you and spin your memories of the reflective ones for the Baphidic to wander and witness. Rites of Ilmorna, Erda, the most holy work of our order, to banish darkness from the soul. In tandem for the proper Jazritana of our most holy Moonsugar partners, or the aid of our heavenly implement, the Moonclaw, this rite can straighten the bent soul upon death, given those who have seen the most darkness the much needed clarity in a short journey to the crossings. Invoke this rite with the choice words suited to the soul in question. Speak with clarity of the dawn. Call upon the most holy hymns of our order. When in doubt, consult the Moonsinger. But beware, only souls that seek this guidance can accept this blessing. Those who chose to follow the path into the dark will not see the light cast by the living, no matter how strong the will of the Haji is that offers it. Always remember, redemption cannot be forced. The soul must not only be in need of it, but want it. Guide those souls to forgive themselves and let go.
I remember. The rite requires moon sugar water.
Yep.
There should be some in the temple above.
Okay.
Do not worry for me. I would mourn in private for a time.
All right. Hi.
You seek the holy moon sugar water for purification? These jars have been blessed. Fill your cup as needed, Walker.
Thank you. We're not just stealing it.
Walker, this one followed your steps and now requires your testimony.
Hello.
You are the transient that spoke with Cantor Crincy.
Transient?
Yes? She instructed you to investigate a phenomenon she witnessed at Moonmont. The Torval Curiata would like to know what you have discovered.
What do you need to know?
You are ignorant of the Torval Curiata's Inquisition. There is but one cause for us to seek knowledge on any subject, to protect the true faith of the Zerith-var Epiphany from heresy. Now, your findings at Moonmont. Describe them.
What do you do with this information, then?
This one and his fellow Inquisitors will judge if your findings pose a threat to the true faith. And if it does, we will use all of our considerable means to burn the heresy and corruption from this land in the Zerith-var's name. Now, speak.
Okay, last time I did this, I lied. I told them I didn't find anything. They still know. They still know. This time we're going to be like, Amina Khajiit, Zerith-var, sent from the First Era. He's from the Order of the Hidden Moon. Just be blatantly obvious. Yeah, we got a heretic.
These are dangerous words, Walker.
Bring it.
The Inquisition will need to verify them at once. We will meet again.
You can talk to us. You know? No? Okay. Walk off. I get it. You're scared of me.
Ah, you return. Pour the water into the ritual basin, and I will perform the rite.
Sure, but where'd you get those clothes?
Yes, I traded my burial rags for armor belonging to those of my order. But let us discuss it after we tend to this ritual. Pour the moon sugar water into the basin, please.
Okay.
Mother of Twilight, I beseech you, guide these souls to your crossing with dawn's clarity. I seek guidance.
Oh.
This blue flames. How can this be?
That bad?
Blue flames. That is a call to arms. A signal for the hidden moon. A sign that the dark spirit of great power has pierced the veil of Nirni. That tablet you found in my tomb. It said those spirits were vanquished. What could this mean?
The Rajashka? Are those the spirits you're talking about?
Rajashka, yes. From what you told me, they have not stalked Nirni in centuries, but now they return. Perhaps this is why Azura sent me back. The knowledge of how to contend with them is lost. We must find these dark spirits and see them redeemed.
And how do we find a Rajashka?
My Moonclaw guides me. Though weak, I can feel its pull. Somewhere east of here, at the shrine of the consummate Surrender, I believe. I must now humbly ask for your aid. The last time I faced a Rajashka alone, it cost me my life. Will you help me?
Sure, let's go kick some butt. But I'm not sure where the shrine of the consummate Surrender is, though.
Perhaps it is called something else now. Let me see your map. Ah, Claw's Strike. I shall mark this spot. Thank you, Jarl. Though, you are not exactly a stranger anymore. Meet me at the shrine, and perhaps we will overcome these troubles as friends.
Hey, I'll meet you there.
Once you reach what is now called Claw's Strike, head inside. I will find you there.
Sure.
I hope I am not wrong in thinking you can defend yourself. There is no telling how much of my fighting skills remain after being dead for so long. We will see.
By the way, an inquisitor from the Torval Curiata tried to stop me outside. He said he followed me here.
Inquisitor for the Torval. What? I do not know what you speak of, but Inquisitors do not sound friendly. Are these Inquisitors like the Twilight Cantors you spoke of?
Not exactly. They working with Grinzy and the Twilight Cantor who sent me after you.
Well, blessings from Azura that you found me then, and not these Inquisitors. No matter, we must deal with this Rajashka threat before we concern ourselves with this Torval, whatever it was.
You changed out your rags. Where'd you get the armor?
I did not pull it from the bones of my fallen brothers and sisters, if that is your concern. I found a cache of supplies and saw fit to equip myself. But I do not wish to stick out like a broken claw in my travels. What do you think of it?
Okay, last time I said it looks good as a good fit. I think we can find something better for you to wear.
I was afraid you would say that. I suppose it must appear antiquated. But it will serve well enough for now. When we find the time, perhaps you can assist me in finding armor more appropriate to this era.
A Nordic bath towel. What should I know about a Rajashka?
Dromathra are what happens when Namira possesses the heart of any Khajiit. They are creatures of darkness and violence. Rajashka are what happens when that darkness ensnares a moon singer. You still have moon singers in this age, yes?
I'm not sure. What are they?
They are storytellers. But this is a woefully simple explanation. In my time, the strongest singers wove stories into song, casting powerful spells in Azura's name. The boldest among those singers often aided the Hidden Moon.
Moonsingers like the Twilight Cantors, then?
We did not have Twilight Cantors in my time, but the name suggests an allegiance with Azura. Perhaps they are not so different from the Moon Singers of old. I would like to meet one and learn more.
Why doesn't snaring a soul of Moonsinger make it more powerful Dromathra?
It is their songs, a once joyous litany with the power to drive back the darkness, becomes a shadowy dirge, a phantasmal chorus that grows in strength and beckons the drums of the bent dance. The stronger the Moon Singer, the stronger the Rajashka.
If it look good, it looks good on you.
Var, such kind words. Function is more important, of course. But what Khajiit does not like to present a sleek and pleasing form. This is not quite what we wore during my order's time, but it will do well enough to protect me.
Are other people doing the quest? Alright, we're gonna head over here. Nope. We're gonna go back to Moonmount.
Off we go.
So I do like this. I do like this quest. It is like more of the interesting take on Necromancer as well. That sort of gray area where it's a, you know, it's what's considered to be a dark art, but like they're using it for good.
This once honorable shrine now serves as a bandit den. I sense the darkness we seek to the east.
Really? Oops. A bit off on my rotation, but whatever.
That dark corner. My Moonclaw tells me that.
Crinzy, are you all right? I will be fine. We must go after the others.
We will handle it. Join us when you have recovered.
They destroyed a Dromathra. Its soul, it is gone.
Walker, and that strange Khajiit from Moonmont. Zerith-var, was it? It is too dangerous for you to be here. These Dromathra and the powerful ones leading them. I have never seen their like before. None of us have.
Well, Zerith-var and I tracked the Dromathra here.
Walker, you must leave. The leaders of this incursion, they are why the Inquisitors conscripted us. To fight back against this dark power. We obliterated as many as we could, but our songs are not enough.
Well, Zerith showed me the Hidden Moon Shrine in Raqqa. We did it right to got us here.
Hidden Moon? I never heard of this clan. I will have to ask High Cantor Viti about it. She would know. But that is for later. If you have come to help, Azura knows we could use it right now.
Zerith says that Azura sent him here to help deal with the Rajashka.
Rajashka? An appropriate name for the powerful spirits. I knew that fallen star was a sign, but now is the time for action, not discussion. High Cantor Viti went after this Rajashka. Please, help her, before more cantors turn to the bent dance.
All right. We'll do what we can to help the other Twilight Cantors.
Let us deal with this Rajashka before it is too late for the other Rithantin. We can talk later.
All right.
Ravith Morna. Dromathra now. Rajashka.
All prepared.
Quickly.
Take DPS, go!
Besha Anzi Rithanti. I am sorry we did not arrive sooner. With your spirit cleansed, Azura guides you to her crossing. Now you see what I was trained to do. Khajiit that fall to the bent dance of Namira. I can straighten their tails. The Hidden Moon's purpose was to tend to the immortal souls of all Khajiit, even those that fell to darkness. Do you understand?
And that's different from the Twilight Cantors are doing?
We both saw the effects of their song. It utterly destroys the spirit, banishes it from existence entirely. Moon's mercy. These souls were Khajiit once. Are we so afraid of the dark now that we destroy anything that staggers out of it?
Is there a way you can teach the Twilight Cantors to do this?
Besha Anzi, in my anger I forget my wisdom. But you possess enough for both of us. That must be why Azura sent me here. To show Khajiit of this time the way of mercy through Hidden Moon necromancy. There is just one problem.
That there's only one of you?
My Moonclaw's magic wanes. If I am meant to follow this path and teach what I have learned, I must restore it. Just enough power remains to open the portal to the Temple of the Dark Moon. Your help has been invaluable. Will you come with me?
Yeah, sure. Temple of Dark Moon sounds wonderful.
Noctra, grant me luck. Canarthi, grant me haste.
Hey, I see. Apologize. We're doing story quest stuff here.
Seven
Spoilers.
Shadows. It worked. Take care of your High Cantor, Jarithanti. We will see you again soon.
You guys okay?
Viti is fine, thank goodness. And were you and Zerith-var not here to drive off our fallen sister, I am sure we would have been next.
Evie?
Stay back from me, necromancer. My soul is not yours for the taking.
Of course, you're not dead yet. You can fix that, though. Okay, I'm joking, but we'll go. We'll go. Some people you just can't joke with. I mean, I tried to raise their spirits, but they're still alive.
No, the Dark Moon Temple. It is gone.
Skoma addled old stray. Have you been asleep these past 300 years?
Longer than that, perhaps. Speak plainly.
No one favors the Dark Moon anymore. Ill omens, forgotten names, ancient rites. The Unified elsewhere has no need of these outdated traditions. The Sugar God rules the sands now. Zerith-var, they call it. Imagine that. Old Bandar managed to trick the world. Pick at the bones of this place all you like. All you'll end up with is a claw full of dust. That's what the Sugar God promises. And you'd better be content with it, or some Inquisitor might threaten to lop off your tail.
Oh dear. Beer cat. No, I have not. I might try that ICSE.
Were it not for my hidden moon training, my heart would be Namira's already for all the darkness these discoveries bring me. It is only because of you and the appearance of Jock here that I do not let grief overwhelm me.
Jock? Oh, you mean that spirit cat, huh? He's also the one that led me to your tomb, you know.
Did he? I ask Azura for guidance and she sends my cat.
Yep.
I suppose the Moon Mother is not without her mischief. Perhaps
who's
this
the owner
means
here
she
now,
did not
huh?
send me back to give up so easily. My heart had space enough for sorrow of this measure in my life before.
Well, we came to restore the Moonclaw. How do we get the? How do we do that if the Temple of the Dark Moon no longer exists?
Let us venture down these cliffs. The temple ruins seem to have been left where they fell. Perhaps, if we sift through the remains, we can still find something carrying the Dark Moon's blessing.
All right, well, let's go see what's in the ruins below then.
I pray that searching through the ruins below results in more than sorrow and lost time. I should focus on the blessing of you and Jock to guide me. Just think, I could have been found by someone with far less patience, like that nomad there.
Hey, can you tell me about Jock?
Ah, my constant companion. I hope he lived a long and happy life after I passed. I found him yowling for help on the streets of Corinth. I took pity, cleaned him up, and replaced his missing eye with a bit of moonstone. You can hardly tell now.
Why'd you name him Jock?
It is not much of a proper name at all. A shortening of Jock Khajiit. Kitten, I think you would say. With how sharply the sounds roll off the tongue, it means he is small, but tough. A tough little guy.
Can you tell me more about the Temple of the Dark Moon?
The Dark Moon is the true spirit of Lorkaj, redeemed and made protector of the lunar lattice by Azura's grace. Through him, we of the Hidden Moon find our way through darkness to lead Azura's children to her crossing.
So the Dark Moon gives you power.
Just so. At the height of our training, Hadalit of the Hidden Moon steep ourselves in darkness, so we cannot fall to the bent dance and become Dromathra. We train to walk through Namira's dark without Azura's light.
So how's your Moonclaw factor into this?
It aids in navigating lunar byways to guide souls. A most ancient purpose, given to my order by Azura herself. As such, it must be empowered by something related to the Dark Moon. Something that we search for now.
You mentioned something about sorrow in your life before then.
Kra, do not ask me about that. We have only just met. I want you to think well of me. In all seriousness, it is regret. I have no bent tail, but I walked a bent path. In the end, my misdeeds cost me dearly.
Is that why you joined the Order of the Hidden Moon?
Ha! No! I was a knave and a jeek long before I heard Azura's calling. And long after. Now, it seems I have been given a second chance. Perhaps things will be different this time. It is all still so hard to believe.
You bet you again?
They
No.
did not just let this temple crumble, did they? This new faith tore it down and let the sea wash it away.
All right, let's go down below.
I took the longer way down, but I am with you now. Let us search these caves.
They missed it for Grand Inquisitor Arslan. They just leave it on the ground, in the water. Inquisitor Tarkas, you're hereby granted the order of assassination for Zerith-var. Tall Cathedral male, white fur or gray-black stripes, glowing blue eyes. Yeah, glowing blue eyes. High Cantor Viti reports the Cantor under her charge witnessed the necromancer heretic and a probable lich emerge from the derelict tomb in Moonmont. It is advised that you follow him unseen and determine the whereabouts and possibly phylactery before attempting assassination. Addition note, per your report of his accomplish, any ally of the necromancer is an enemy of the Torval Kurata. Therefore, the order of assassination extends to this Khajiit as well. In the Rilthar's name, Grand Inquisitor Arslan.
Lich. Heretic. Me? Keskridesi.
Yeah, I'm more of a lich than you. Hi, how you doing?
Give honest testament. Now face honest deliverance.
This should help.
We looted his guts. What do you think about that?
Inquisitors of the Torval Kuriata hunt us, with help from one of the Twilight Cantors.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Black Pearl. Gray-sized black pearl found among the ruins of Dark Moon Temple. It seems to repulse with magical warmth.
You found something?
Yep.
Please, let me see that note.
Sure.
Perhaps it will distract me from the knowledge that these once holy catacombs are now a midden. My eyes are glowing. I did not know that. Small wonder these inquisitors seek to kill me.
What do your glowing eyes have to do with anything?
Glowing eyes, risen from the dead. I must remind them of the Dromathra, our shared enemy. They mention a High Cantor Viti here. Was she one of the moon singers we saw at the shrine of... at Claw's Strike?
She's one of the Twilight Cantors. Cantor Crinzy works with her.
Crinzy? The little doggy you spoke to, yes? She seemed curious of my nature and presence, but not afraid. Too bad the same cannot be said of her fellow moon singer, High Cantor... whoever. Did you find anything else?
I found this black pearl inside the ruined altar. Can that restore your moon claw?
Moon Mother be praised. It carries the Dark Moon's blessing. In all my years, I have never been called a heretic. Perhaps with your help and my moon claw restored, we can drive back the Rajaska and show these inquisitors we are on the same side.
See if that pearl restores your moon claw first, though.
Ah, my moon claw is restored, but it bears warning of another incursion. Quickly, we must go.
All right, off we go again. Teleporting from here to there. Ah, this vile man's wonderful.
Oh, this Ovid dwelling. What an eyesore. The young Cantor. And the other one.
Viti, you've done enough. Let them help.
Do not touch. This
you
one
in,
heard what this Zerith-var said in Claw's strike. Necromancy. Viti will not tolerate dark magic near her or her young Sahida.
Walker, I am relieved to see you alive. I thought I could trust my mentor with what I learned about Zerith-var, but she turned right around and told the Inquisitors.
Uh-huh.
Thank Azura you managed to evade them, but I fear you arrived too late.
Too late. What happened after we left Claw's strike?
After you left, more Inquisitors rallied us for another incursion here at the Vile Manse. But it was even more of the same. The rest of our sisters were dragged away by that thing, that Rajaska. I failed them.
Drag them where?
To the Undercroft beneath the Vile Manse. If my fellow Twilight Canthers are not Stromothra already, they will be soon. And then they will be lost for good. There is nothing that can be done.
Well, actually, I might be able to help them. Get to Zerith-var then.
We are on the same side, Sister Viti. Remember that when next you give testament to the Inquisitors.
Testify!
I fear our little moon singer is right. Her friends have been taken by the leader of all Rajaska. They will be bent, forced to join in a chorus of shadows. Her training has not prepared her to do anything about it. But mine has.
So we can help them?
My friend, you ask a knife to cut, the birds to sing, the moons to rise. Walking the path of darkness in service to Azura is what I was made for. But it is a perilous path. Knowing this, will you still walk it with me?
Nope, goodbye. Sure, I'll help you.
Then, as Joan follows Jode, we move as one, a bond of fellowship, of two souls made better by one another. May that bond see us through to the other side of this darkness. Together.
All right, let's go save the Twilight Cantors then, right?
Shake the fear from your heart, Jarithanti. We will see your Cantors saved.
But the Rajaska, do you have a death wish?
No, I have faith.
What you gotta say about that, huh?
Begone. If you wish to throw your life away, Viti will not stop you.
Oh, you can't say anything when he said something that cool, huh?
Please, save my fellow Cantors.
Vilemans.
Death seeps up from the catacombs. We must find a way below and locate the Cantors.
All right, let's go. And we're just gonna run straight through.
Darkness calls farther in. To the northwest, I think.
Yep. Run on through.
These vaults hold relics stained with dark.
You lead.
I can smell them.
Maybe I should have joined the Blood Soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight Cantors into Dromatra.
I could just kill him right now.
My newborn Rajaska. Sing for them the next verse.
Claws out, my friend. Here we go.
Zerith, do you remember this song?
Cantor Zeabi, with your spirit cleansed, Azura guides you to her crossing. Find peace in her embrace. Quickly, everyone, let us leave this dark place.
Come on, get moving.
I am sorry, Rithantin. I can cleanse your souls, but I am powerless to stop the corruption before it overtakes you.
This the Twilight's Cantors can do. Quickly, Viti, aid me.
The songs of these Twilight Cantors can stop souls from falling to the bent dance? In my time, we had no such songs. I am glad to see it. Yet this means they are at greatest risk of being haunted by that Rajaska Jar.
Rajaska Jar now?
The leader of the Rajaska, the first of their kind. Her name is Ravith Morna. She will prey on these Cantors, rebuild her ranks. I died when I faced her, but then I was alone. Here and now, I think you and I are meant to act together to stop her.
And why do you think that?
Why else did Azura send you to find me? These Cantors fear me, except for Crinzy, and the Inquisitors wish to kill me. It was you who found me, guided me, helped me deliver salvation. Now my Moonclaw gives a faint pull. It leads me to you, Tamit.
Does that mean I'm a Rajaska now? Jimmy, what does that mean?
In my time, it was a word of partnership. If we travel together, our souls will move as twin moons, strengthened by
That doesn't mean we're married, right?
You see, the world has changed much since my time. There is much for me to explore and learn. I am eager to see it all.
Are you saying that you want to travel together with me?
I would stand with no one else. We stepped into the light from the shadow of my tomb. Together we struck against the darkness beyond the world. We saved these Cantors, and perhaps even made a friend in Crinzy. I am honored to walk at your side.
Wait.
When you are ready to hunt the darkness, send for me, my friend.
Takida, Zeyabi, the Rajaska Jar hunts us, High Cantor. Who will banish dark spirits if all our kind fall to her song?
Don't say such things, Serenza. Do not give in to hopelessness. The High Cantor will figure something out.
Something?
The sound of the drums. It's gone. Thank Azura.
Raja?
Zeyabi, I can't believe she's gone. Sorrow fills me. But the songs of Crinzy and Viti are a balm. I will not let this darkness eclipse my heart. Thank you for saving us.
Yep. What do you guys see now, Viti?
The Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata will find you, outsider. You and your necromancer.
Are you pouting?
Stay away from the Twilight Cantors, or else.
So you don't trust them?
When you have walked the world as I have, you see how often trust is rewarded. Stay away from my Sahida. She may not understand, but I know nothing good comes from abiding necromancy, even if it is well intended.
Hey, Cransy, you want to see some necromancy?
Once we are through mourning, I will have plenty to say to High Cantor Viti. Sending those Inquisitors after you. If I had known she would betray my trust so, I would have told her nothing. Wish me luck that I can make her see reason, Walker.
What's next for you and the Twilight Cantors, then?
I hope we go back to our regular duties.
Nope.
Wandering elsewhere, answering summons, practicing songs, and tending to exorcisms.
Probably not.
But this business with the Rajaska and the Inquisitors, it feels like it has just begun.
Are you going to work with the Inquisitors again?
If they press me, I will have no choice. Do not worry. I won't tell them anything else about you and Zerith-var. I think I can convince the others you saved to do the same. Viti is being unreasonable. I am sorry about that.
Do you think our paths will cross again, then? They will.
Of course. If I learn something from the Inquisitors about the Rajaska, I will find a way to contact you and Zerith. And I will try to research more on the Rajaska. Wish me luck.
Zerith thinks that you and the other Twilight Cantors are at risk of being hunted.
I supposed as much. Their leader can turn other Khajiit into Dromathra with a swiftness unlike anything I have ever seen. But with Cantors, we become like her. Our voices turned into dark weapons. I never thought we could be twisted in such a way.
Are you going to warn the other Twilight Cantors?
I will certainly try. I would leave it to the High Cantor, but I overheard her say she does not wish to cause my brothers and sisters to panic and neglect their duties. But the Cantors need to know.
So, are you going to tell the other people about Zerith-var?
I want to tell people he can be trusted, that he truly was sent by Azura. But it may take some convincing.
Yep.
And saying as much could get me in trouble with the Torval Curiata.
Screw
I
those
have
guys.
to be careful with what I say, and who I say it to.
Well, that's the start of Zerith-var's quest. I'll see you in the rest of them.